everybody, it's Jamil coming to you from Into the Void Sounds of Silence. This will be the video version where we talk about different things, whatever comes to mind for me, and also whatever's on my heart and in my mind to speak on. So, this episode will be about, let me look at my list because my mind is all over the place, so I need frames of reference. So, part with me. The 7 levels of ownership in the new era is what I want to talk about. In this new era, we are learning how to be owners of ourselves and responsible for everything that we put out into the universe and put out into the world, and ultimately what we create and how we live and how we think, how we act. We're becoming responsible for all of these different facets of being in this time that we're in of great change and information and growth. And with that, you must learn how to be your own master, your own teacher, but also be willing to be a great student and a great learner as well. So, with that being said, let's start. All right, so here's how we're going to start. I want to let you know right now that the 7 levels are within 1 through 9. Numbers permeate everything in life. You can do everything with numbers. You can do everything with the number scale. It's really amazing, to be honest. It's one of the first things I started when I started my journey in learning and becoming a better person. My spiritual awareness, my spiritual consciousness, and my development of being. This is where I started. I started with numbers. I'm really not that great with numbers in a worldly sense, but when it comes to this, I got this. So the 7 are split up in between awareness and consciousness, being awareness is 1 and consciousness is 9, and each of the levels are in between that. So let me speak about awareness because that's where everything starts. Awareness is like going to fish. You're going to fish in a lake. You become aware of something because you casted your line into the lake and you're pulling up that fish that you caught. And until that fish is up out of that water, you are unaware of what it is, what you caught, what you're even aware of. Similar instance with thoughts, ideas, beliefs, practices, rituals, all different types of things you do in your life, whether it be practical or creative. It's first starts in awareness, and until that awareness is apparent and in front of you or near and closer to you, and you're getting a greater sense and scale of what it is you're aware of, can you get to number 9 at consciousness. And what you're conscious of is what you can work on and work with. But until you're conscious, you can't really do much with what you're doing or what you're aware of because it's stuck in awareness, and awareness comes from the darkness to the light. That's what awareness does. Awareness to consciousness, awareness to consciousness, dark to light. So with that being said, awareness is where we start. And that is your first level. That is your first foundation, awareness. The first stage from awareness is focus. Focus is important. It helps you understand what your awareness is. Awareness is spatial. Consciousness is intentful. To come from space to intention takes focus. Focus is honing your awareness and tempering it. When you temper your focus, you develop a balance of what your awareness is and is not. And then you can hone that awareness into a greater level of focus that gathers, because focus is gathered. if you don't gather your focus, then you never get to the point of intention and actually materializing anything into your life or owning your life in this new era and being a person who's living on purpose. So focus. Make sure that your awareness is not left in dead space, empty space. Bring your awareness to your focus. And your focus should always be on understanding, teaching, technique, and growth. Because those things pay you back, and they pay you back continuously. And then it becomes wisdom. All right, guys, level 2, attention. Level 2 is all about taking your focus and putting it where you desire for it to be. What calls you, what drives you. It's where you get into your desires and what you truly want to do. And if you understand what you truly want to do and how to achieve that, then you can properly place your attention in the right spaces, in the right places, at the right times to start the growth process in the direction that you truly desire for it to go. Attention. Focus. Attention. We tend to spend a lot of our attention on things outside of us that limit us in our ability to even focus. Step 1 is important, and it's important to visit step 1 often and master it and hone it. But your attention is at that place or that point what you must battle with. You have to battle with your desires, you have to battle with your wants, you have to battle with the things that you want to bring into your life, because you're not the only being, you're not the only person, you're not the only existence that wants these particular things. So you must conquer them with precise attention and centered focus. Level 3 of owning yourself in this new era is creativity, the most valuable of all tools that you can ever have. The ability to be creative is the ability to build your life, to build you, to understand life in a way that's unique. It's the ability to be individual within the collective, to inspire, to generate, to settle and calm, to bring life into a room is to be creative. So focus, attention, creativity. The first 2 are all for you to make sure that you understand your purpose in doing things. The last step for the first 3 are your creativity, your art. What is your art in this life? Mine is mastery of duality, balance, understanding who I am, both positively and negatively, understanding who I am internally and externally, understanding who I am solarly and spiritually, mentally and bodily, understanding myself in totality in this reality that we call life. Creativity. Now, I know I said that was the end of the first 3 with creativity. Focus, attention, creativity. Because in the center of all these things is being. It's your circle. And in the center of that circle is being. And with being, you have now formed a person, a persona, an identity, something that should not ever lead you astray, but should always be there for you to remember who you are and what you truly intend to do on this earth and with your life, because your life is yours to own. but you are not your own. You still belong to the collective experience and to somebody that the great overseer of this world and the higher power of this world and the higher power of all worlds and all things has for you. But before that, you got to seek first that kingdom, man. And that kingdom is in you. And the first 3 steps will get you to that kingdom in you. It'll help you understand who you are and why you're here and your purpose and all those great things, so that you can have a being, so you can be a complete human, a complete person. And when you're a complete person, not lacking within yourself things, that's when you can bear good fruit and people can eat from it and people can live from it, because you're a person, you are a being, you're complete in all your ways. You're fulfilled just by breathing, living and existing in the grace of the Creator and the love of the life that you live. Being, understand it, know it, trust it, and achieve it, so you can have it, you can live it, and you can gift it forward to those who come after you and those who come from you. Now, we move into the higher energy forms that we're going to get into, or the higher forms of ownership in your own life that you will achieve after you've focused, found your attention and placed it where you need to be, developed your creativity, achieved your being. The next step is love. It is the head of the body that we're creating right now while I'm speaking. It's love. Love. And not love in the grandiose sense and the romanticization. Love in the sense that you understand the laws of giving and receiving, the laws of polarity, the laws of gender, the laws of opposites. You understand the universe and how it works. You understand you, the innerverse, and how it works. You understand the outerverse, which is this world we're in right now, and how it works. You understand the omniverse, the realm of creation, and how it works. You understand the verse, the words you speak, the creation itself. You understand, and that's all you have. It's understanding. And within that is your wisdom, within that is your knowledge, and within that is your passion, within that is your desire, because you brought everything under the house into the temple for the kingdom. That's love. And with that love comes that person or being in your life, however you develop your relationships, that's going to do this dance with you to further establish your presence, to further establish your ownership of who you are, who you're becoming, why, how, when, where, who, and the development of your story and your personal lore that you need to know, understand, scribe, write down, whatever words you want to use, and pass on, so that we never forget who we are and that we were here, that we existed, that we did this thing called life with intention and in awareness through space and time. Our 6th level is none other than great old energy. Energy, soul work. A lot of people right now in the world are doing a lot of soul work. And we keep using the word spirit. Spirit and soul, for me personally, I separate them. They're 2 different things. I've taken that from all of the different practices that deal with spirit and soul being separate. I'm not about to get into names and all that, because I'm not about to argue with anybody about what I understand and how I understand it. Just know that I, in my modality, spirit, soul. Soul work is internal work. It's the individual light that you were given. The light that you were given to shine, however vast or however minuscule it is, it's your light and you're responsible for shining it. And once you shine that light and it connects to other lights, you get into spiritual work. A lot of people are doing a lot of soul work, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. None at all. And it's actually what this particular step is about. It's about your soul work. Your soul work is important because it's your mission here on earth to do your soul work. The work on your light that you're shining in this space that we live and inhabit together. It's your work personally. What you're supposed to do, that only you can do, that only you're going to do, that only you need to do. It's soul work. It's to help develop and evolve you on a soul level to see clearly and gain more clarity and cognizance and cognition of who you are uniquely and developing your inner world in here, developing your inner being, your inner knowing, your inner standing, your inner intentions, what comes out of you, what you speak into other people, that life. It's the development of the life within. It's the development of your self and actualizing that self within you. It's the one place that you don't have to compete with anyone. It's truly just the battlegrounds for you and how you want to express yourself. Now, there are outside influences that can influence how you feel inside if you haven't developed that soul to a high enough level that it's truly a battle between your unknowns, your unventured, your undiscovereds, and all the other things that you haven't done yet within yourself. But it has nothing to do with others. It's the one place that's your own alone. It's your retreat. It's your own personal retreat within. That should always be protected. It's your garden. It's yours. So do that work. Gather that energy. Put yourself in environments where that soul is going to be in different energetic states based on the environments that you travel physically, and absorb all of that energy and allow it to evolve your inner realm to such a high state that your outer realm is grateful for your presence in that space. Step 7, this is spiritual work because it's not about you anymore. It's about lifestyle. And lifestyle is an entire development of the environment. It's not about your soul work anymore. It's when your soul work is at a level to where it's desiring to spill out into your life and serve in spirit. It's when your soul body is glowing and the light in it is so powerful and strong and centered and calmed and resolved. The light in you has a resolution. You could be at 720. You could be in 4K. You can be in whatever resolution you want to be. You can be in ultra sensory reality, or you can be in ultra lo-fi reality. Whatever it is, that's on you. But spiritual work is all about the community that you're in, the communities that you uphold, that you pillar yourself to be in. It's about the communities that you can build, and it's about the things you do in this life, because he that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. So that soul work is always important. But on level 7, it's all about the spiritual work. It's all about serving the environment, growing the environment, tending the environment, so that the energy that you're taking in to do your soul work is from a lifestyle and in a lifestyle that suits you best that helps you understand what you're doing, that helps you grow, that puts you around people doing that same similar work, puts you around spaces that amplify that work to a higher degree, and puts you in states of consciousness that help you understand why you're doing that work. And that's when we reach and start tapping into consciousness and developing our intentions in this world. And then finally, step 9. I know I skipped 8, honestly, but the last one, I told y'all before that it was 1 is consciousness, 1 is awareness, 9 is consciousness. I'm all over the place. That's how I live. I know what I'm trying to say. It's just getting it out, Sometimes it be messy. It is what it is. I'm not going to say I'm perfect because I'm not, but I'm getting there every day. It's a work in progress. I like to give it to you raw, so that's how I'm going to give it to you. Consciousness is when you reach the part where you're tailoring off what's going to go into this chapter. Like, now I know what's going into this chapter. I'm no longer in the brainstorming phase. I'm no longer in the character development phase. I'm in the let's go do this shit phase. Like, I'm doing it. I'm not trying it. I'm not pursuing it. I'm not attempting it. I'm doing that shit. And I'm gonna do it. That's consciousness. Consciousness doesn't think. It's when you work everything into the subconscious. It's when you take everything that you done the work in the awareness for in the unconscious realm, you take it and you present it to your consciousness. Your consciousness says, we can do this, we can work with this. I don't know about this. I'm not sure about this. This may be too much. Are you even sure about this? And then after you bring it to your consciousness, they either send it back to the unconscious and tells you no, or it sends it to the subconscious. And after it sends it to the subconscious mind, you begin to develop that work, because now the conscious mind is like, I like this. Whatever this is, I like this. I even love this. I got the energy for this. We can do this. And it starts to work on it. So it sends it to your subconscious mind, and that's where it plays in that energy and in those intentions, and it starts intentionalizing your reality. It starts intentionalizing why you get up and do things. It starts intentionalizing how you express yourself. It starts intentionalizing what you connect to, what you don't connect to. It develops your instincts. It develops all of your senses, because we as men on this earth are senses. That's all we are. We are the sensation of the universe. We are the emotions and the feelings of the universe. We are all of that. The whole of it. For me, God is all there is. So all that's left is traveling and journeying into the universe and doing the work that I'm here to do. And that's it. No more, no less. So consciousness, awareness, and those 7 levels in between, and you'll be more than green. You'll glow. And you'll know where it is you're meant to go. Own yourself, be yourself, know yourself, and always, always, always love yourself. Love you guys. Peace and love.